Hey guys, welcome to Earth Angel 50. About to do this again. You guys, I've just been getting a lot of incoming messages, important messages that I feel like I need to get out. Um, this is one that I definitely could relate to. A lot of the messages that I will be bringing to you, either they're things that I've gone through, things that I know that others are currently going through. This could be happening presently. This could be something that has happened to you in the past. Hopefully, this is not something that you will have to incur in your future. It is my goal that with putting these messages out, that hopefully it could definitely help somebody so they don't have to go through. A lot of these things are painful. They can leave you quite heavily scarred, which is not a good feeling for any of us. There's a lot going on out here today, and we need to protect one another from the dangers of this world as best we can. But we know that everybody doesn't operate in that way. We know we got a lot of karmics out here, a lot of demons, devils, whatever you want to call them, that are up to no good. But then you have good people out here that are trying to create change and help one another so that we can grow and evolve as people. So I just want to again welcome you guys to Earth Angel 50. To all my underdogs, loners, black sheeps, you are welcome. To anyone who has ever been bullied, slandered, extorted, exploited, mocked, judged, abused, mistreated, you are so welcome. Well, we know we're going to get the onlookers, the haters, the nosy rosies. And you know what? They are very much welcome also. But what I will not tolerate on my channel is any negativity. If that's what you're coming with, I don't know what you're coming with it for, because we don't play that over here. Nothing but positivity on the channel. A lot of these topics will be heavy at times, so if anything is triggering to you, please feel free to leave. You don't have to stay. Nobody is forcing you to stay on the channel. The topics that I may be presenting, they may just not be to your liking. So, do what you must. And so, without further ado, y'all, we just gonna let it do what it do. I'm gonna let the cards come out, how they come out, and I'm gonna read them. Like I said, when I get messages, they come to me in various ways. Sometimes, it could be through music, it could be through just like I could be watching something, or sometimes it comes to me almost like, I'll call them like kind of like daydreams. Or you remember that show? What was that show back in the day? That's So Raven. How she just kind of used to like space out a little bit, like kind of sort of like a daydream. They'll come to me like that. Sometimes it comes to me in a dream. Just various times, any moment, and when it starts happening, it just happens so rapidly. And usually, what I'll do is I'll just start writing it down, and then the message just comes out how it comes out when I do the readings. So I basically use indexed cards. This is not like a traditional tarot. At the end, I will give you guys usually affirmation cards. I like to use oracle cards, affirmation cards. Those tend to be my favorites. I do have tarot cards, but I very, very seldom am drawn to use those. I prefer to get the messages as authentically as possible just from the messages that come to me from spirit. Okay, so here we go. Let's see how they fall. All right, the first card I got coming out here, guys, is part of the solution, not part of the problem. I don't know why I show y'all these cards anyway, because they come out, you can't see. It comes out backwards, basically, but I'll read them to you so you know what's going on. Part of the solution, not part of the problem. So what I'm getting with this card is that, you know, if you are party to, let's say you see something going on and you know it just doesn't seem quite right, it just doesn't sit well with you. If you keep being a party to that, you are just as, let's say, guilty as those who are really the active participants. So, like, let's say, um, hold on a minute. What's a good way to put this? So let's say you see somebody repeatedly stealing something and you don't say anything, and then maybe you partake in it a few times. No harm in it. I just did it one time. Well, you're actually part of the problem. You're not part of the solution. So you're just as bad as the people that started it. Whoever the ringleaders are. That's what I'm getting with that card. And we got people out here doing wrong, but which side are you on? Are you gonna be a wrongdoer, or you gonna you gonna be a person that's gonna do better? And no one is perfect. I know I'll definitely not by far, but I try to participate in more right than I do wrong, and I have grown considerably, over time as I have gotten older. Yeah, I've been party to things that that I shouldn't have probably been party to. I have, been with people that I shouldn't have been around. I have been in places where I shouldn't have been. At this stage in the game, I choose not to, be with the thugs. I used to be out there with the thugs, y'all. I know if y'all were to see me, I'd be like, girl, you went out there with the thugs. Yep, I used to be out there with the thugs. Especially when you're young and you meet people, and if you kind of like was sheltered when you was growing up, you'll be out here with the wrong folk. You done got yourself caught up in some stuff you can't get yourself out of. So with that little message, personal message from myself, guys, just be careful. Be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Okay. So the next card that's coming out here is I'm not a pastor or a preacher. I just play one on TV. So don't, y'all, I always have to say this. I know I got a card somewhere that says, don't shoot the messenger. But these messages, this is how they come to me now. Now, I done told y'all I don't go to church. That does not believe I don't have a spiritual or religious belief system. But that's my personal business. I share with y'all what I want to share with y'all. And that's that. But there are some people, and I have to say it just like it's being given to me, that are literally pretending to be religious leaders, pastors, preachers. I don't necessarily want to get off into all the different denominations, but you know what I'm saying. Like someone that is supposed to be of the Lord, of God, or whatever religious representation that they putting out there, and it may be for show. It may oftentimes be to draw you into something, and I'm being drawn to say the word cult. We do know that there are cults out there. There are cult leaders, and there's some pretty disturbing things that are happening if you get caught into something like that. So yeah, I'm not a real pastor or preacher. I just play one on TV. And I just also want to say for the record that yes, we know there are some very upstanding religious leaders. I don't want to take away from them at all, but I just want y'all to be very aware that there's people out here, they dropping whole Bible verses and whatnot, and be at the club Monday through Saturday. No, I'm really like exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying. You know, you got folks swear they good, good, good Christian folks, and they sleeping with half the congregation, okay, or molesting people in the church. I'm gonna just set that down. Set that down. You know, don't get mad at me, y'all. I ain't calling nobody's name. I'm just saying what Spirit giving me. You know. And I'm not saying that I would never step foot into a church. I have belonged to churches before. I just have a very, very some very specific reasons why I personally do not go to church. But I believe in I have my own belief system. I think that I have gone through enough in this life. I've survived some pretty horrific things, which I hope to be putting into a book. And again, I don't want to out anybody. I'm not going to out any specific facilities, agencies, or anything like that. But I just want y'all to be careful and be aware. So the next card, now that I have shuffled again, and I hate to even say this, y'all, but this is what came to me, and I hate y'all. It say fake news. I hate to use this because you know who uses this all the time. And I'm not gonna say no more about that, but yes, there's a lot of fake news out here, guys. What Spirit is giving me with this is with fake news is that nowadays with technology and everything that people have access to, and some people out here, we know they're not stable. And you pretty much can pick up a phone or any device and you can compile information and you can present it in a manner in which it really does look real. And so that's why I have this card here that say fake news, because people are literally twisting and turning stories to make them what they want them to be. Now, there could be some truth in some of what they're putting out. A lot of celebrities obviously deal with things like this, but just imagine if you're a regular everyday person and someone creates a false narrative of who you are, who your family is, or what you got going on in your life. This can really twist someone's whole life upside down. You can really ruin somebody's life by creating false fake news. The next card I got coming out, y'all, is psychopath. What did I just say? I just said people are not stable. I got psychopath. Really, the definition is they are unstable, they are deceitful, and they commit acts of violence. And that is the extreme. But just imagine you got people like this out here that are, all they gotta do is have access to a device and they putting out fake news on folks. And then, let people believe the stories that they putting out there. And yeah, you got a whole mess going on, that can really create some really horrible things. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that there because we just gonna see what else comes out of these cards. But you kind of get the gist of what Spirit is leading me to present here. Be careful who you have around you. Watch because people are maybe recording you. You don't even know that they are recording you. Be careful how much personal information. And I'm speaking, y'all. I am speaking from firsthand. I'm speaking from experience and firsthand knowledge of people doing this to other people, including myself. Okay. I have a Bible verse that has popped out here. It is Ezekiel 28:15. It says, somehow evil was found in them. Them doggone evildoers. Like the little fake pastors that I was talking about. And you gotta call them out. The next card I gotta come up is on BS for 200, Alex. Many of y'all used to watch Jeopardy. I know that that they would not say this. But I'm calling on BS for 200, Alex. Yeah. People be out here making up fake stories. And if enough people, just imagine enough people believe these fake stories, and what if that fake story was about you? Let's say somebody started a rumor at your job and said, oh yeah, did you know that Bill likes to steal? Bill goes to Walmart and he goes through the self-checkout, and Bill doesn't pay for all his items. And he just walks out of the store. And maybe Bill did, not bring up an item or two on one occasion. Does that make Bill like a criminal? No, if it was an honest mistake, okay, we're gonna let Bill slide maybe. But yeah, imagine you just spread that rumor all over the place. Maybe you even put it on social media. Bill could lose his job. Bill could have problems getting employment at other places, depending on how far y'all take this. People put all this blasted all over social media. People see that and they believe it. It may not be to the extent that is being put out there, but that really could ruin someone's reputation. So yeah, I call on BS for 200. That's not okay. The next card I got coming out here is the 7 deadly sins. We have pride, greed, wrath, envy, gluttony, sloth, lust. Yep. 7 deadly sins. When I was getting my messages incoming, it made me very emotional. I got very emotional today because I was seeing things. I was seeing acts being committed, and a lot of them were really, really hard to see. Like when I get my messages come through, it's like I can visualize them in my head, and I don't even want to sit in this energy for too long because they just make me very emotional. Like when I get messages, sometimes I get really, really evil, sadistic things that come in and I see. Sometimes Spirit is kind of funny though. Spirit will make crack jokes, or send me songs or movie titles, like all kinds of different things. But the one that sticks out on this card for this particular reading oh, excuse me, guys, is greed. That one's been coming to me quite a bit about people just being really, really greedy. I kept like seeing people like like overindulging, like taking more than they need. And we know there's a lot of people out here now because of inflation, and a lot of people still not having jobs, or you have people that are um, going through mental health crisis, or they have substance abuse issues, um, and they need a lot of help. And we just have people that really don't need, that are just overindulging and just being greedy and taking more than they need. When if you're doing that, you know, there's people that really, really could use it. And I'm a person, me in particular, like I would share, like I share with people, I give to people that I don't even know. And it's not because I'm looking for some type of recognition. That's just, I was raised, it's the right thing to do. We don't, I'm not a greedy person. You're supposed to help others and give to others, but there's a lot of people that they out here working in this with these seven deadly sins, and even lust was coming out a lot too. And this is what Spirit is telling me to say, is that, when we were going through the pandemic, where a lot of people were alone and whatnot, and they had nobody, some people didn't have nobody but themselves to sit with, and people have needs, and yeah, I think people got off into some pretty terrible things. So I'm just leave that there. A lot of this stuff, that energy that Spirit has been sending my way, has not been pretty stuff. Next, what I have coming out here like this, it's not Demon Slayer. This kind of takes me back to what I was saying about them pastors. I have said this in readings before, that there are demons literally all around us, but there are demons in places where, they shouldn't be. Like, there's demons in the church house, places of worship. They're placed there almost, it seems like, as excuse me. I've been getting that a lot too, like my throat and my voice just not wanting to come through. I almost feel like I need to grab some water. Demon Slayer. I think that's why Spirit is giving me a lot of stuff. Us chosen ones, or earth angels. He's given us these tough battles to fight, to kind of help you guys that listen to these readings to protect yourself against said demons. We out here to help slay y'all. They need to, poof. Vamoose. They need to be gone. Yeah. And we out here messing folks up, getting folks off track on what they need to do in their life. We got good things that we need to be out here doing, helping one another, not harming people, not leading people astray. That's also what the Spirit wanted me to tell y'all. And especially nowadays, it's the holiday time, so they out here, y'all. They always been out here, but they really out here now. So just, guard yourself, keep your head on the swivel. Next card I got coming out is it's making me remind me of that this is I don't know if it's the title of the song, but You Don't Know Me. I listen to music of all kind. And I told y'all before, I really love hip hop. This remind me of that T.I. song. He said, "You might see me in the streets, but ninja, you don't know me." You know, he really don't say the word ninja, but you know what I replaced the word. You know, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Okay? You don't know me. Yeah, you gonna come across people out here that you know, they think that they got your number. They think they know you. Okay? And they don't. There's people swear up and down, they look at you and they think they got you all sized up. They know exactly what type of person you are. But you don't really know someone unless you take the time to get to know them. Have a conversation with that person. What I'm also getting with this card is it's letting me know that we need to not be gossipers. I'm not saying I ain't never, partaked in the water. When I used to work a regular job, I ain't never partaked in no water cooler talk. I think we all have to a certain degree. But for the most part, that's not a good deal to be out here gossiping about folks. It's best to get information directly from source. You don't know me. I don't know them. Unless you take the actual time to get to sit down, have a conversation with people and get to really know them. Because when you get caught up in gossiping and stuff, or listening to a bunch of other folks, I remember, what's the lady name? And Living Color, one of the Wayne's brothers' sister. She used to play this character. I'm really telling my age, telling it, because I used to love watching that. My dad, rest his soul, used to love to watch that also. I think his favorite character was Homie the Clown. But I used to like the one. That was such a good sketch comedy show. I wish they would bring it back or something like that. Even with the fly girls dancing, and they would have hip hop artists on there saying, I love that show. But what I'm thinking about is when the lady used to play, I forget what her name was, but she used to say, "You better not say nothing about Miss Jenkins." But then she would proceed to talk about Miss Jenkins like a dog. So, but nobody say nothing about Miss Jenkins. But she can't see worth a darn. She just used to say crazy stuff about Miss Jenkins. So yeah, don't be out here, gossiping about folks. Guys, you don't know these people. They don't know you. You don't know them. Until you actually take the time to get to know somebody. And the next card, y'all, I'm gonna take is "Do Anything for Clout." I think that's a song, ain't it? Is that the Migos? Do anything for clout. Yeah. You don't know, maybe these people are making up these stories because it's going to get them some type of attention. People just do stuff just so they can be seen, just so they can be heard. Just because you talk loud, you the loudest talker in the room, that don't make you nobody. Because in real life, you guys, I'm really a very quiet person. I'm very observant. You sometimes just be quiet for a minute and look around. You can learn a lot just by sitting with yourself and just being quiet and being a people watcher and watching people's actions, watching people's movements, watch what they say, look at what they do. People might think of something wrong with me. They might think, oh, and this is no disrespect to anybody who has autism or anything, or any disability where they may have started talking later, they may not talk much, or they may be an introvert or something like that. That don't mean something wrong with you. Y'all start letting people make y'all feel that way just because, you're a quieter person or you like to be in the background. I don't have to be seen. I don't have to be flashy. I don't have to, be out here showing everybody what I got or what I know how to do. I talk to who I want to talk to, and if I don't feel like talking, I gotta send it. But yeah, some people literally out here, they will do anything for clout. They gotta be the loudest person in the room. They gotta, you know, always got something to say. And half the time they don't know what the hell they were talking about. So the next card I got, excuse me, all the way up. That song was a banger. I'm all the way up. Yeah, it's just, it's people like that. Like, they literally out here, they all the way up all the time. They all the way up all the time. They gotta be the loudest person in the place. And you know what? If you all the way up in a good way, like you proud of yourself, you done worked really hard, and you done came all the way up, then yeah, that's the type of people that I want to be around. People that's, out here trying to do good things, reach goals, make something, build brands. Yeah, that type of all the way up. Yeah, that's what we want. Alright, back to the cards, guys. Back to the cards, guys. I think the more that I start getting the messages and getting used to doing these reads, I'll make it a little bit more fun, because some of the topics are not the best. They are not all lollipops and rainbows. So the next card I got out here is Judgment. Now, I've been listening to a lot of Tupac lately, and I don't know if the song is called Only God Can Judge Me, but that's what I'm getting. Only, you don't have to be a believer in God, but I just don't feel like other people should be making judgment on other folk. But yeah, I'm getting heavy Tupac. Only God can judge me. That's how I personally believe. People can be out here that say what they want to say about you, but at the end of the day, it's time for you to go to the upper room and you go stand before God. He's gonna let you know whether you're getting in or not. So watch that gospel. Watch who you talking about. You could be out in public somewhere and get into it with somebody, and that person, you might come across their path again in life, and they might be able to give you a job or give you the opportunity of a lifetime. So you better watch who you're talking to. Even like, I've seen people be really rude, like when they go into gas stations where it's people that are here from other countries, just downright rude. I hate when I see that. Or what's another scenario that I can give you guys? Like when someone's really rude to someone who's like out on the street or homeless or may have a substance use problem. They're people. I don't think anybody is above me, and nobody is definitely not beneath me either. So we need to really be mindful. It's just a message that Spirit wants me to put out there. Be mindful of how you treat others. You never know. I mean, I can learn something from someone that's younger than me. I can learn something. You may learn something from somebody that's living their life out on the street. You don't know if this person is, maybe they're a homeless veteran, or maybe they were living a good life and they fell on hard times and they didn't have any support or any family members to fall back on. You just never know people's situation. So that's what I'm getting with judgment also, is just be careful and be mindful of what you're saying about people. You just don't know people's circumstances. Some people truly don't care. They're going to do what they do. They're going to be complete assholes. But that's what I'm getting with that card. That's what Spirit wanted me to tell y'all. And the next card I have in my hand here, guys, which is kind of like what we've already been talking about with this fake news and whatnot. This is falsehoods. And I look up definitions. I'll use like Webster's Dictionary online or whatever. And what I'm getting with this one here, when I looked it up, it said it's lacking accuracy, untrue statement, delusions, illusions. So yes, be careful of the information that you are receiving, especially like on like social media sites or news sites. These stories are not always true. Make sure you're fact checking your information. If the story is about someone, get the story from that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is you listening to Beth and Billy talking about Cindy? You know, I'm sorry if that's y'all's names. You know, I'm just pulling names out of the hat. But yeah, why would you listen to a bunch of cackling idiots talking about somebody, especially if it's someone that you don't know? You know, you over here listening to whole stories. They're making up whole stories about people probably because there are haters out here. You know, there are people out here. You know, they pour up a big glass of haterade every day. You know, can't wait to get somewhere and find a group of people that they can tell a fake story to. It could be somebody that they don't like and they just want to, you know, create misery. Oh yeah, let me go talk about Cindy Lou. Cindy Lou who? That's what you just said. Oh, no thanks. You know, you can always decline. You can walk away. You don't have to sit there and be party to. Didn't I have that? Okay. Oh yeah. What I tell? Part of the solution, not part of the problem. Yes. Yes, that's all we want to do. Okay. Like I don't wake up every day like, oh, whose day can I play with today? Let me pick a person out of my hat that I don't like. And let's just run with a story. Let's just let's just make some good old fake news today. Let's see what we got now. The song by Lenny Kravitz, Over. I think this song was about a relationship though. It ain't over till it's over. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't sing, but you know, I'll hum a little tune or do a little something for you sometime. But yeah, it's not over till it's over. You know, why not? Let's not even start it. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to be out here talking about folks. You know. Basically, what I'm getting with that Lenny Kravitz card is I'm over it. Okay, like if I see a group of people gathered and you know they want to talk about somebody, I'm immediately over it. I don't have time. You know, I got better things to do than me sitting there talking about folks. You know, that person might be a blessing to you someday down the road in your life, and you sitting up there. You know, well, not me. You know, I'm not saying I ain't never, you know, did no wrong. I ain't never talked. But, you know, now that I'm older and wiser, no, that's not what I'm spending my time doing. So, I got this card in another message that I did, but it's like this one right here. They can't handle the truth. Jack Nicholson. What was the name of that movie? Was it A Few Good Men? I think that was some type of military film. They can't handle the truth. I'm sorry, I'm not the best at some impressions. I can't do a good Jack Nicholson, but yeah, you could even, you know, try to talk to a coworker and be like, you know what, hey, that's probably not the best idea, or a friend, if somebody's spending a lot of time talking about other folk. But they might not be able to handle it. They might not be able to handle the truth about that. You know, they just might not. They might not want to hear that. They might like to be part of gossip. And y'all, I apologize if y'all hear that noise in the background. Somebody is walking around slamming doors here. So I apologize if that's being picked up on the recording. So we're just going to keep it moving. But yeah, basically I think the gist of this reading is just to really be careful what you are involving yourself in. I do believe that we are what we put in. You know, so if you're putting in on that, you know, if you put 5 on it, you know, you put your 5 cents in on something negative like that, you know, it's going to come back on you. This next card I'm getting, guys, and I wrote this down because lately I've been getting a lot of heavy energy that has been extremely negative and has had to do with people committing unethical sexual acts on other people. And so I got a color purple quote for y'all. I know I'm excited about the new one coming out, and I know that the color purple, I'll be like, oh, I don't want to see that. It was just so sad, but it really, there's a lot of gems. You know, I love the cast that they have selected. Excuse me, for this new one. And I think they've been probably out on press tours. I've been seeing a lot of photographs. Fantasia's been looking absolutely gorgeous. Who else is in that? Taraji. One of the Bailey sisters, I believe. Just an amazing cast. I can't wait to see it. But yeah, I've got here this quote from Color Purple. Woman, and I wrote in parentheses, I know this wasn't in the movie, but I wrote in parentheses, woman and man child ain't safe in a family of men's, y'all. Or women's. You know, I could have put women's here. Yeah. I know there was the old video that went viral where the dude said, hide your wife, hide your kids. Hide the men, women, and children. Yeah, folks out here doing stuff to people. Nasty stuff. Like Mister was doing in Color Purple. Like the stepdaddy was doing to, yeah, we're just gonna leave that there. Yeah, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe. Whew. Just be careful, y'all. Ooh, and I got another one. Criminal Minds. Y'all know that TV show. I don't even watch that. Because it'd be a lot of crazy stuff going on in that show, y'all. But if you watch it, it'll really tell you how some of these folks that's not all the way right, unstable, how their minds work. Because these shows be basing that stuff off of, I'm sure a lot of it be based off of true events. You know, a lot of these crime shows that come on, but Criminal Minds, And if y'all, anybody is awake and they paying attention, y'all know it's a lot of horrific, and I want to say it just like that, crimes going on out here, and I need everyone to protect themselves. That's why I'm here. That's why, Earth Angel 50 is here. And I'm here to put messages out to just, let you guys know. I know y'all smart, y'all already know. But I just want to let you guys be ever so enlightened that you need to really be keeping your head on the swivel. Pay attention to this stuff. Pay attention to your stuff. Make sure your family is safe. And lately, guys, I've been seeing a lot of angel numbers. And I've just really started to, I've said this before, coming to my spiritual gifts and, realize part of what my purpose is here to do. I've definitely been through a whole lot and survived a whole lot. And realizing my purpose is to help, hopefully prevent folks from having to go through horrific things, or if you've gone through horrific things, help you to walk with your head held high in your survivorship. I know that's probably not a word, but it's going to be a word today. Survivorship. You are a survivor. You did not sink with the ship. You are still here to be a living testimony. I ain't trying to preach, but you know what I'm saying. 11:11. I have been getting that so much. And when I looked it up, these were the things that I saw. Said God's power. You ain't gotta believe in God, And then guardian angels. That's what I got with that. As a matter of fact, what I said that I was gonna start doing is that every time I saw an angel number, I was just going to take a picture, and I've been doing that when I can and when I'm able to. And I've been getting a lot of 1111, 222, 111, even 333. Yeah. So yeah, I'm spiritually woke. Yep. Woke to deliver these messages for you. Yes, indeed. Next, I have what a tangled web we weave. And what I'm getting with this card, guys, is that we have a lot of people out here. A lot of young people is what I'm getting with this card, that are getting themselves involved in things that's going to mess up their future. And so Spirit is telling me right now, specifically for the young people, I'm talking about under the age of 20, be careful about the company that you roll with. Everybody is not your crew. Everybody is not your homie. These ninjas is out here setting one another up. They out here, they got, what you call those? I don't know what do you call it? Coven? I don't know if that's even the right word. But where they making like you are a sacrifice. Yeah, I'm gonna save my story for another time, but I am a survivor of, I really literally think they was trying to end me. I ain't gonna go into no depth right now, but I believe that I was, my head was put up on a platter for a sacrifice. At a very large scale event that I went to this past summer. Let me just leave that right there, because I ain't gonna go into detail about it right now, because I'm gonna put it in a book. But yeah, they was trying to end your girl, but I'm still here to talk about it. What a tangled web they wove. Well, they tried to weave for me. But I'm here so I can still talk to y'all today and tell y'all to be careful who you align yourself with. Oh, child, look. And it was another card up under there that I didn't even realize. Sociopath. That's what's happening with this goes hand in hand with this card, kind of. What a tangled web we weave. You got sociopaths out here. And when I look this up, guys, because I like to make sure that we have lots of clarity. I like to look up things. I like to do my due diligence and do lots of research. And this message might actually run a little bit longer than I wanted to, but that's okay. I'll do what Spirit tell me. And this is a very important message to get out, especially nowadays and times that we're living in. We got sociopaths. I think in one of my other readings, it was actually psychopath. And neither one of them is pretty. Mm-mm. And so sociopaths say that this is someone that likes to manipulate. They lack emotion, no empathy, and I'm a very empathetic individual, y'all. Not perfect at all. Mm-mm. I done did stuff I ain't got no business doing, but I try to live my life right for the most part. They try to be, and sociopaths, they kind of sneaky. I done been around some of these, y'all. They see, they don't even want me to talk about it. They be very charming. They know how to befriend you, and they like to violate the rights of others. And then they have the nerve to be trying to justify what they did. Just a damn sociopath. Manipulation, they ain't got no emotion, they come across as very charming, and they violate the rights of others. Sick bastards. The next card I got coming out here, y'all look at this. See? I don't know if y'all seen the Temptations movie. In with black folks, we have some what to call the classics. This one of them classic movies right there. Where if you celebrate holidays or whatever it is you do with your family, when you get together with your family, everybody sit around the TV, or maybe a small group of y'all sit around the TV, y'all put a movie on. This is a good one to watch with your family, the Temptations movie. And I think it was the David Ruffin character who said, "Ungrateful sons of bitches." I don't know why that tickled me. But yeah, some ungrateful people out here. I think the reason why I wrote this, if I remember when Spirit gave it to me, is just to prove a point that, he felt like he had contributed so much to the group. He almost like he felt like he was above them. He was better than them. Felt like they didn't respect him. They ain't put no respect on his name. And so he was like, I can do this by myself. Grateful sons of bitches. Him wanted to go be solo. Yeah, it's hard to be part of a group and work together, isn't it? You'll always have somebody that think that their ideas are better than the next person. You may even have somebody stealing your ideas, or let's see what else Spirit want me to say with this. People might say, well, we're not splitting the money the right ways. Why they getting more money than I'm getting? Sometimes when you're a part of a group, the group, there's so many examples I could give this, not just from the Temptations. But so many groups of people that get together and they start working together, and then it just crumbles because, people don't know how to get along. They don't know how to share properly, share the wealth, share the experience. I don't want to be part of this type of group, y'all. If we got to be doing all this arguing, fussing, and fighting, and this one person, excuse my band-aid, y'all. I had broke my nail. Had to put that on there so I can get it fixed. Let me go back to these cards. But yeah, that took me. He said, "Ungrateful sons of bitches." Yeah, the Temptations, they had quite a turbulent time in that group. Oh, we got social media. And what Spirit gave me with this was, again, with them fake stories. You gotta be careful on social media because anybody can post anything on social media. It's a lot of fake news on social media. Again, like I had spoke on earlier in this reading, this message, I don't really like to call them readings, but with this message, just fact check your information. Make sure that the story is accurate. they put stories out. People put stories out all the time that are not even accurate. I've watched stories and then I've, seen the actual person or heard something from the actual person, and it's so far from the truth. I've even fallen for some of these stories. Always fact check your information. It's best to get things straight from source. Straight from source, if you can. Don't believe everything that's on social media. I'm not even going to edit that out, y'all. I really don't like to go back and edit my videos. I had to scratch my throat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I just try to keep it as real as possible on here. It is what it is. Whatever comes out is what comes out in the reading. I don't necessarily want to go back and edit. So, if I had to scratch my throat momentarily, turn your volume down or something. I'm sorry. Alright, y'all, got injections. Ooh. And what Spirit want me to tell you, this is not pretty at all. At all. And this ain't got nothing to do with no Botox or nothing like that. No blood injections. These type of injections right here, they are I don't even know. I don't even want to say this, Spirit. These are injections that may possibly be happening to people when they don't even know. We had a story here where I'm from where the lady was putting something in her friend's. Well, that wasn't none of her friend, because I'm like, if you drugging somebody to try to off them, no, she really did off the lady. She was putting stuff in the lady water or in her food or beverage or whatever, and it did take her away from the world. So what I'm getting with this card, guys, is that, with all this fake news and stuff, this, I don't believe that's, the stuff I'm saying here, you take it for how you want to take it how it resonates. Please don't apply this stuff to your life if you can't relate to it. Please don't do that. And I am not, I am not a licensed professional, or I'm not a counselor, or a doctor, lawyer, none of that. I just want you guys to just be mindful of who you are around, who you're letting in your home, whether it be family, friend, co-worker, associate, whatever you call these folks. Because what I'm getting with this card, I'm sorry I had paused for a moment, because I got a lot of stuff going on in my background that just shouldn't be. So I do apologize if you're hearing all that noise in my background. But again, I'm not going to edit it out. We're just going to keep it moving. Someone or maybe a group of people may be, oh my gosh, I really don't even want to say this, y'all, but because it is never my goal to have y'all watching these things and it may be causing fear. So if you're sensitive to anything that I'm saying, I do apologize. But somebody may be doing something to somebody in their sleep, in regards to injecting them with something. I don't know if this is to make them stay asleep or to possibly end them, like that lady was doing. With the lady was using eye drops, and she going to jail. Okay, she going to jail for a long time. You can't be out here poisoning people But yeah, that's what I'm getting with this injections. Um, oh my gosh. And it's like I can see, like, when I get these messages sometimes, guys, I literally can see. I can't, it's not like I can actually see people, make out people, like, oh, like I can tell y'all, oh, Johnny Joe, um, stuck such and such with a needle, and this is that and the third is going to happen. No, that's not how they come in. Downloads come in for me. Yes, at times I can definitely discern, even for myself, I can see, and I don't mean with my eyes, the two eyes on my head. With my third eye, I can definitely read energy and read people, and I get messages in different ways, but this one is just a general message saying that people need to be careful with who they have around them, because there are people out here, I feel, are injecting people with substances. And I'm also getting, it may not even be to try to end them, it may just be to cause discomfort, to keep people asleep. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of that energy, because that's some sick ass. Well, and I said I was gonna try to do better with cussing, and this car is just flying everywhere. Look, and this card right here is oh my god, it's in alignment with this injections card, and it's another color purple quote, and it says, "I's getting to it, boss. I's getting to it," and that was a Harpo. Harpo told Mister, he was getting to it. He was gonna put that saddle on the horse, and basically what I'm getting with this card is that someone may be putting somebody else up to doing this. Like there's some type of minion. You know, somebody may be paying somebody to come and do these things. They don't want to do it themselves. So they got some little slaves or some little minions or whatever to come do their dirt. Oh, be careful. People doing all type of people doing all kind of unnecessary stuff. Now don't get mad at me now. I'm not doing none of this. I'm not doing none of this stuff. I don't partake in this type of energy. Yeah, I don't get down like that. But the next card I got is Mask Off. Don't Future got a song, Mask Off. But yeah, if y'all can see, like I see, y'all, the mask gonna fall off. You gonna see who doing this stuff. The mask gonna come off. There will be judgment. There will be justice. If you out here doing the dirt, you do the crime, you will do the time. And that's it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't out here telling on you. I ain't said nobody name, not now time in this reading. Not now time. But I do wholeheartedly believe in karma. And if you're out here doing stuff to other people, if you a million, or some type of little hired hand, hired help, doing things to people, that mask gonna come on. People gonna see who you really are and what you're doing. Next card I got, drug use. Maybe they, maybe they don't even give the person a monetary fee. Maybe they just give them some drugs to go do this. And I'm sorry that this has to come out like this, but this is how Spirit wants me to say it. That people are literally giving people whatever their what is it, pick your poison. That's how I want to say it. Pick your poison. Or I'll give you this if you go do this for me. They might not even have to hit their hand with no money. They just, Give them something they like. With all those horrible things being said, I got a Bible scripture for you. We got Psalms, and look, see how I told you about them angel numbers? 111. Psalms 111. I'm going to go to my Bible real quick. And if you're not a religious person, you don't have to listen to this part. You can fast forward if you like. I know some people, this may not be for them. But I'm going to just read real quick what Psalms 111 says. It says, I will praise the Lord with all. I'm sorry. Let me start again. Adding words that's not even there. I will praise the Lord with my whole heart in the assembly of the upright and in the congregation. The works of the Lord are great. Studied by all who have pleasure in them. His work is honorable and glorious, and his righteousness endures forever. He has made his wonderful works to be remembered. And I just read 1 through 4. I'm not going to go any further. If you would like to read any further, or, if you are someone who goes to church, or, you believe in the Bible, then you might even be familiar with that. So, I'm going to let y'all do that in your own time, but that's what it says. And with all this evil doing going on, hopefully you do have a spiritual belief system, or a religious belief system, or you believe in something to help protect you. Hopefully you're not one of these onlookers on here, and you the one doing the dirt. Or one of them little minions being paid a few pennies or pebbles to go out and do these things. I got news flash. Maybe it is you. Maybe it's somebody you know. Who is it? Is it gonna be on the news? You gonna be on the news? I don't know now, y'all. Let's see what else Spirit got. Mental illness. And I know that sometimes, guys, when I do these readings, I can be a little bit, I try to keep them lighthearted, humorous, because these are heavy topics. But when I get to this mental illness portion, this is something that's very important to me. I've struggled with, and I'm very open about this, I've struggled with depression and anxiety. Now, I know a lot of people say, people might want to say you crazy or whatever. I'm not crazy, but I have gone through a lot of things. I think people in my life have tried to make me crazy or make me out to be crazy, but I got all my senses, child. I got all my senses. I do believe that circumstances can potentially drive people crazy, or being around folks that are narcissistic, having people doing things to you, where they're, I'll say, gaslighting you or abusing you. Those things can, yes, they can contribute to the cause of mental illness. People can have, you can have some other underlying issues. Other health issues can bring about mental illness. Some medications that you can take can mimic mental illness. Now, again, I am not a doctor. I am not a counselor. I do not play one on TV like them fake pastors. But I do know a thing or two about mental illness, and if you feel like you are unstable, Especially I feel like in our community, like in whether you consider yourself black or American or African American, whatever you consider yourself, American, whatever you consider yourself. I am a black woman. That's who I represent, and I do feel like in our community, a lot of people don't seek counseling, maybe, and it's not always readily available. But there is nothing wrong with talking to a professional if you are unstable. Black folks we have had to overcome quite a bit, and we're still going through it. And we don't oftentimes get the mental health services that we require, that we need. Sometimes you just maybe need somebody outside of a family member or a friend to talk to sort through some of these things. And yeah, that's what this mental illness card is giving me, and what Spirit wanted me to say about mental illness. Yeah. Take care of yourselves, guys. Your mental health is very, very important. And with all that's going on in the world today, you gotta keep your mental on point. Gotta keep your head on the swivel. Keep your mental abilities strong. You gotta be clear minded. And if you are someone that is using substances also, those can also contribute to not having clear thinking. Alright, I'm gonna leave that and we're gonna go on. I have work ain't honest but it pays the bills. Erykah Badu. Work ain't honest but it pays the bills. That was in one of her songs. Yeah, and unfortunately we do have people out here doing things, where it's work to them. They putting in that work, but it ain't honest. And I'm gonna just slide that on over. Y'all pretty much know where I'm going with that one. But if that's how you feel like you gotta do it, that's how you gotta do it. I'm gonna quote some more Kurt Buckle. I ain't gonna tell nobody but God. Ain't that what he told Miss Cindy? When he got her pregnant. And I think he took her baby. You better not tell nobody but God. That's what he said. That movie, there's so many gems. I mean, I know that the message behind it was so terrible, but it is part of history, y'all. They really were a lot older men. They still do it now today. Older men taking younger wives. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. Next out, we got heavy manipulation. People are out here doing some heavy manipulation tactics to get people to go the way that they want them to go, and sometimes that ain't. Well, no, if it's manipulation, it ain't the right way. You sending somebody down the wrong path. So y'all use your God-given brain, okay? I have been caught up in heavy manipulation. And when you finally wake up from it, like at first I was like, the fuck? And I'm sorry I'm cussing a lot in this reading, but sometimes that's just the way that it comes out. Even in the way that I speak. Like I do know how to speak good, proper English. I'm very multifaceted. Um, I know how to carry myself accordingly. You know, I am educated, but sometimes, I just gotta put it out there. The way Spirit want me to do, and sometimes I just gotta, you know, have to say it another. And when it comes to this heavy manipulation, watch your children and your child or children. There are predators everywhere, and our kids. I did a reading. Where online gaming kept coming out, and predators are reaching our kids that way. Out here in these streets, just everywhere. Like what I'm getting, these two going in hand too. This heavy manipulation in child and children. I think in the same reading I was talking about how young people under the age of 20 are getting themselves caught up in, like some really, really crazy stuff. Like, we're losing a lot of our youth to violence, gun violence. They out here in these cars acting a nut, running people down. It's young people, and they're literally like losing their out here, taking out people, and they're basically ending their lives early, either by them ending up gone from here off this earth, or ended up in jail because they have committed horrible, horrible acts. And these are our children, you guys, our babies. They're not even getting a chance to live. A lot of their minds are not fully developed enough. Some of them to even realize, hey, they're not thinking about the consequences of their actions. They're just doing it. Somebody's just putting them up to, hey kid, I give you a pair of fresh J's, and you're gonna make a lot of money with me if you do X, Y, and Z. And then they end up either gone from here or in jail, in a detention center, depending on their age or the crime committed or what's going on. I'm just going on. Next card I got coming up. It's another movie here, 12 Years a Slave. And I hate to be the bearer, don't shoot the messenger, you guys. I say that all the time. I hate to be the bearer of this message, but I know this was a movie about slavery, but I want to tell you, slavery is very, very much, very, very much alive. Very, very, very much alive. I'm sorry this message is running long, but we're going to get through all these cards. I'm going to put this whole entire message out. We have, Spirit want me to say this. We have people that don't even know that they're enslaved. Like they don't even have any idea that somebody is using them as a slave. I'm just gonna set that card down because I can't even speak on that anymore. And the next card coming out is just another movie quote. This is from Ghost. You in danger, child. Ain't that what Whoopi said? I forget the Demi Moore character, but I don't know. I ain't seen that movie in forever. But this was heavy in my spirit earlier. You in danger, child. And like I said, just like that. That's about how Whoopi said it. 12 years a slave. There's men. Spirit want me to go back to the 12 years a slave card. There's men out here and some women that are targeting people and literally making them slaves. You have people being brought over in droves. Oh my God. Like I actually visualizing these people packed in vehicles. Some people don't make it. They're trapped in these hot vehicles, and people are going to take them. They think they come in here for a better chance at life. No, you're going to end up being somebody's slave. Either they sex slave, they maid, mail order bride. Oh my God, when I was writing these cards, I was getting so much terrible energy, you guys. Like, sometimes I'll get like really, really hot. or I'll get, like chills. All kinds of things will happen to me when these downloads. Some people call them downloads. I call them messages. Like when this information is coming to me. But this one I had to put an exclamation mark because there's so much going on, and they're dangerous situations that human beings are being put in. No one is above me, and no one is beneath me. And I could never do this to a human being. I could never make someone a 12 years a slave. But I just wanted to let y'all know, just be careful so that you don't be in danger, child. Watch who you align yourself with. And then next I got another one from movie Run Forrest. I put hashtag Run Forrest Gump. He just kept on running and running and running. I don't know if y'all seen that movie, but it's really, really good. It's a long one, but it's good. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. But yeah, when you in danger, run, child, if you can. Run, Forrest. And literally, I know a lot of y'all be out here giving the best of yourself. This is a song by an artist I really like, Anthony Hamilton. It's called Giving You the Best of Me. I can speak to this. I have given people the best of me, and they have given me not the same in return. So again, this just leads me back to making sure you are careful of who you align yourself with, who you call your friend, your homie, your right hand, your rib, your Bonnie to your Clyde to your Bonnie. Be careful, y'all. Be careful, because you be giving. Like I'm such a. On most good days, I'm such a caring, kind-hearted person. Literally will help anybody if I can. Trying to give the best of myself. I have a past. I ain't always did right. But overall, like, if ain't nobody rubbing me the wrong way, giving me bad juju or sending me bad energy, I'm literally trying to give people the best of me. I'm always trying to look out, take care of other people. Sometimes at the detriment of myself. Not looking out for myself enough, because I'm wanting, like, I used to be, not no more, like a people pleaser, always wanting to, look out for other folk. But you can't do that, guys. You can't give all of yourself to someone else and they're not giving you a darn thing in return. So I'm gonna leave that there. Yep, and the lyrics in that song say, "Giving you the best of me, amazing, amazing." Yeah, that's what we should do if they're good relationships, good partnerships. You give people the best of you, and hopefully they'll give you the same in return. Moving forward in my life, I'm hoping that's what I get. I know that's what I'm gonna get, because that's what I demand. Yeah, I want everyone that stops by and visits the channel. If you so like what I'm sharing with you guys, like, share, and subscribe. If you like what I do, the messages, how I present them, I appreciate y'all. If you stayed this long, if you're still here with all my craziness, with the way I present, but I do it because I love y'all. But some of these folks out here in this car, they just a low down dirty shame. I think that was a movie too. That was them Wayans, them brothers. One of them Wayans. It was a Kingdom. Just a low down dirty shame. I don't quite remember the movie too well, because it's been a long time, long time since I watched it. But yeah, it's a lot of folk out here just acting a low down dirty shame. They don't care about you. They don't damn near care about themselves. They ain't giving you the best of them. They ain't giving themselves the best of them. Ain't nothing amazing going on over there. Just a low down dirty shame. And what's the next card? Look, see, shaming. They out here shaming themselves, shaming other people. Just a shame. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on them. And shame on you for messing with them. So I even got to be shameful in my dog myself with some of the people I done fooled with. Some of the people I done let in my energy. But no more. No more, my Lord. And we got one more card, y'all. And I'm just going to have to bring it on out here. Because I have been tricked. Now these right here, I had a video on my other channel where I talked about these tricksters. These tricksters. They're professional tricksters. So I'm just going on ahead and show the card. I just got to call it like I see it. Pimp. Yeah, they still think they exist. Pimps and pros. But you can be tricked. I call them tricksters. If you go to my other channel, which I figure out how to do this, because like I said, y'all, I'm new to this. If I figure out how to put it in the description, I'll put it in the description. My other channel, where I talk about the tricksters. And they like to take younger females and groom them. And some of these people that's out here calling themselves such, they're trash. No, all of them are trash. I understand people have to make they have to make money, but this is just like modern day slavery. And if you're a black person and you're doing this to other black people, where you're out here going and finding a life and manipulating that person, and just out here treating them, what I want to say, like right now, the Tupac song is coming to me. It was right there, and I think I just lost it. Oh, it's because I don't know, Tupac been real heavy in my spirit. A lot of the lyrics to a lot of his earlier songs, before he got with Death Row. But it say, have a race of babies that will hate the ladies that make the babies. And since a man can't make one, he has no right to tell a woman when and where to create one. So will the real man get up, ladies? And somebody say, I know that y'all fed up. Yes, sir. Yes, we are. This is one of the oldest professions, illegal professions. I think this, I don't know, in out west, Utah, some places, if it's, I don't even know if they would call themselves pimps out there, but whatever they call it, escorts, escort bodyguard, I don't know what the heck you call it, y'all. And I don't mean to, be silly and funny and whatever and make light of it, but we got to do better. We got to do better. I have said this so many times, that we have to have more respect for one another, especially within the black community. Yeah, I'm on my soapbox right now. Before I end, I'm going to get ready to close. So I'm going to get y'all something more positive to close out. I'm going to get you some affirmation cards, because this was a pretty heavy read. But I think I had fun with it, even though it was a heavy read. But yeah, we're, being a pimp, / prostitute, or even you can be tricked and manipulated into these circumstances. I think I have another download that I wrote that kind of speaks to that, how young women, even young men, are groomed into this type of lifestyle with the promise that you're going to make so much money and you're going to have this and you're going to have that, and you're going to get flued out, and some people, maybe that's what they like to do. Maybe that this is something that, you know they want to do. Other people, on the other hand, have been tricked into this. They have no idea what they're getting themselves involved in and how dangerous of a lifestyle that actually is, and how sick some of these individuals are. Now, these are men or women, for either the pimp or the pro. Actually, what was that movie I just watched a couple months ago? Who Cloned Tyrone? That's a good one if y'all ain't seen that. I think it's on Netflix. Yeah, it's a comedy. But if y'all ain't watched it, I would give it a watch. It's very interesting. I may even watch it again. But yeah, no. Yeah, I could go into a whole thing about that, but we just gonna get ready to close on out. But y'all kind of see where I'm going with that. Just really, really be careful who you align yourself with. I cannot stress it enough. So we're gonna get into this affirmation card. I have here: my grief, anger, sadness, anxiety, and loneliness do not define me. Yeah. This is from my daily affirmations, the mindful collection. And I'm going to say that again: mindful. You got to be mindful of who you align yourself with. I'm going to read that one more time. My grief, anger, sadness, anxiety, or loneliness do not define me. You can change people. You don't have to sit in that. I have been all of those things. I have suffered grief, anger, sadness, anxiety, and loneliness. It doesn't define me. I'm okay with, like, if I have a brief moment of anger, I know how to bring myself back and center myself. If I get sad, I'm not sad to the point to where I am utterly depressed and cannot move, because depression can be it can be I don't know, like, I don't want to describe it. It can feel almost like you have a ton of bricks on you, like you literally cannot move. Like, when it's a deep depression, you can really literally feel like the world is over, like you just literally can't get up and move on. At its lowest point, that's how I can feel. That's the best the way I can describe it at this point. And anxiety looks different for everybody. It could be just like just extensive worry, like overthinking, second guessing yourself over and over and over again, to the point where it's debilitating. Debilitating, that's really a word that I want to use for both anxiety and depression. They can get so big that they really feel debilitating. Even loneliness, like staying to yourself too long, where you've completely disconnected and disengaged from everyone. I'm okay with being alone, with being alone, but I wouldn't say that I'm lonely. I know how to be good with my own company. And sometimes, like, especially for me right now with going through a spiritual awakening, I had to sit, with myself and my thoughts, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm in a good space. And this next card, I think we spent enough time on that one. Next card says, I am the guardian of my happiness. And y'all, it took for me a long time to even resonate with that one. You know, I just want y'all to know that, you know, other people and other places, things and all that, that's not what makes you happy. You should first and foremost be able to make yourself happy. You are the guardian of your happiness. And then thirdly, how I feel is okay. I've gotten this card before. How I feel is okay. I don't need to explain it. I think I did that as a short. And I say it in my Ricky Ricardo voice. I don't need to explain it. You know, I don't need to explain it. That's what I used to tell Lucy. I know some of y'all are like, what? I know depending upon the demographic of people that they happen across this. I'm kind of silly and I'm old school. But yeah, I used to like to watch Lucy and Ricky Ricardo, and I Love Lucy. And yeah, how I feel is okay. You know, people may want to be like, oh, what's going on? You want to talk about it? You don't have to. You talk about it when you're ready. Or if you ain't never ready, you ain't got to talk about it. You ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. Ain't none of their business. People want to be all up in your business, all in your Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor. But y'all, it's been real. I didn't mean to go this long, but I'm glad that I was able to get this message out. And hopefully it'll be uploaded for y'all soon. But again, if you so enjoy what we do here, or what I bring to you here at Earth Angel 50, please do consider sharing, and subscribing. I am new to doing this, and the support would mean everything to me. I love y'all, and I will see you again soon. Bye.